Free agency is about to open, and here's the dirty secret nobody wants to say out loud. Almost no team can actually spend. Not one team in the league projects to have real cap space this summer. So who actually has the flexibility to make a move, and who is completely handcuffed? I pulled every team's cap sheet. The answer is wild. Quick primer because the rules are everything now. The salary cap sits around $165 million. Above that are two danger lines. The first apron at $209 and the second apron at $222. Cross those and your tools to add players basically vanish. So flexibility isn't about who's rich, it's about who's below those lines. This is game is culture. Start with the number that frames the entire offseason. The count of teams projected to be under the salary cap, with true room to sign a free agent outright, is zero. None. Every single team is operating over the cap, working with exceptions and bird rights instead of real space. That has never been more true than it is right now. Here's the committed payroll picture. On the left, the only teams with real breathing room. Memphis and Brooklyn down around $166 million, Charlotte at $187. On the right, the handcuffed giants. New York, Oklahoma City, and Golden State all the way up near $285 million. Same league, completely different worlds. And the second apron is the wall that matters. It sits at $222 million. Cross it and you can't aggregate salaries and trades, can't use the mid-level exception, can't send cash, and you're hard capped. Golden State is $60 million past it. They are about as restricted as a roster can legally be. So how does all 30 break down? Sort all 30 teams by the apron lines and it's lopsided. Only 3 teams sit under the first apron with real flexibility. 4 more live between the aprons, able to use the full mid-level. And the overwhelming majority, around 23 teams, are jammed over the second apron, stuck running it back with who they've got. The era of cap space is essentially over. Put it on a dial. 23 of 30 teams are over the second apron. That's more than 3/4 of the league living in the most restrictive tier of the salary system. When people ask why your team isn't signing anyone good, this is the answer. They literally cannot. The cleanest contrast in the league, Memphis versus Golden State. Memphis sits around $166 million, under every apron with the room and the tools to actually add talent. Golden State is at $285, way past the second apron, able to do almost nothing but re-sign its own guys. One team can shop, the other can only window browse. So the takeaway for this summer is simple. Forget the dream where your favorite contender signs a big free agent. Unless they're one of about 3 teams, they can't. The real movement happens through trades, exceptions, and minimum deals. The teams with actual power, Memphis, Brooklyn, Charlotte, are the ones to watch, even if their names aren't sexy. So which of the 3 flexible teams actually uses its room? And which contender do you think is most hurt by the apron? Tell me below. And if you want the rest of the free agency series, the biggest names, who's getting paid, and the most overpaid contracts, subscribe and stick around.